Hello everyone, my name is Bani Goyal and I'm currently pursuing my MBA with a specialization in IT and finance. In this project, I have explored one of the most important economic indicator, that is inflation, and how it has behaved globally over time. Using Microsoft Power BI, I have created an interactive dashboard to analyze inflation trends across countries, region, and years to draw the meaningful insights from the data. I have created here three dashboards accordingly, that is inflation rate by year, inflation rate by country name, and inflation rate and country name by year. Now, let's take a look at the dashboard that I have created. First, we have this line chart that shows the inflation rate year by year. It gives a clear picture of how inflation has risen or dropped globally over time. For example, if you see a sudden rise in the Austria or in Algeria, then, which could link to such events, any events that it can happen in that country. This visual help us to understand the big picture economic trends across year. Now you are thinking that from from which box that I have been choosing the year or that country name. That on the right hand side there is an interactive filter for slicer for region, country, and year. From here also I can also update my these slicers or interactive filters. This makes the dashboard highly user-friendly and flexible. If I choose Australia, then it will give me the Australia name, country name, inflation rate, and I can also update this by updating this from here that I can also add the this 1964. Now it is also added 1964 data also, and I can also untick this by here also. Now moving on to the next dashboard, that is count of inflation rate by country name. Okay, now if I just clear my selections and going to the focus mode of this dashboard, you can see a clear picture of my dashboard that I have created. Now in this, each slice represent a region like any country. You can see that Australia, Belgium, Bolivia, and it shows a different region contribute to global information, and the size of each slice shows its share in the global inflation for the selected years. This gives a regional perspective and help us to see whether the inflation is spread out or concentrated in certain part of the world. It can also be used by using the slicers that are given on the right hand side from here. Now, moving on to the second dashboard for the inflation, that is bar chart column, clustered column. It shows inflation rate by country name and inflation rate country name by year. You can choose the year from the slicers for the instant, and the chart updates automatically to reflect inflation across the rate across countries for that year. It is a great way to compare and identify which countries faced high inflation and which one managed to stay relatively stable. I have kept the layout clean and used to distinct color coding to make each visual representation easy to understand. Each chart highlights a specific insight, whether it's about the time trends, country comparison, or global distribution. From this analysis, I have found important insights about inflation. That is, first one, inflation trends are not consistent. They vary a lot between countries and years. Second one, developing countries often experiences more spikes in inflation due to the global shocks and internal factors. And the third one, some years shows global inflation pressures while showing others regional issues depending on economic and political conditions. This project helped me to understand not just by to work with the Power BI, but also help to clean data, visualize it and properly and explain it in a meaningful way. This project help was valuable experience for me, not just in working with the Power BI, but in truly understanding it how I can tell the story from the insights that I have produced using the data. It helped me to think analytically, clean and visualize viewable data, and most importantly, communicate insight in a simple and effective way that I have created dashboards. Thank you for watching my project demonstration. I hope it gave you a clear view of global inflation patterns through my dashboard. Thank you.